Pickacard, your star power, Ancestral edition. Here are your choices. I'll see you at your reading. Hi, pile number one. My name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. We're going to go ahead and light a little bit of sagey sage. And today we're going to talk about your star power. Pile number one, people are recognizing your star power. You chose this image on the right-hand side of the screen. And I didn't do a ton of download, but the download that I got was that you are absolutely covered. So if you've been concerned, if you've been worried, if you've been stressing, do not stress because your ancestors are covering you. That's the download that I got. I'm going to go ahead and do the shuffle, pile number one, and I'll see you in a minute. Pile number one, welcome to my channel. So you have star power. According to your ancestors, which I've been downloading, therefore I had to do this reading for you. You have star power because you have a lot of purity, pile number one. And people feel like you are a kindred spirit, but also you have support from the other side. I wasn't going to do an ancestral reading because I didn't think you guys would be really interested in it, but I'm just going to tell you exactly. I kept getting ancestors want to talk, so here we are. You have star power, pile number one, and this is what the ancestors have to say. You are protected, okay? You can't make this up. Based on the umbrella, the lady holding the umbrella, the image that you originally chose, your ancestors want to affirm, confirm, and reconfirm with you that you are divinely protected simply because you don't have any ulterior motive. I mean, everybody needs a paycheck. Everybody needs to be putting food on the table and so on and so forth. But beyond that, beyond the real basic needs, I feel like you do things really out of a desire to serve. And I heard protect and serve. That's been coming up quite a bit. So you could be a public servant. You could be a reader or some kind of a caretaker. But I want you to know the same way that you take care of other people is the same way that you're being taken care of currently by the other side and your ancestors. So your star power, you have a lot of grace. Right now, currently, people are starting to realize that you have a lot of grace. They've seen you in uncomfortable situations and less than optimal situations, I'm being told. And yet you flourish and you handle things beautifully, regardless of the hand that you are dealt with. I feel like you're really innovative. I feel like you have the ability to turn a tablecloth into a beautiful dress. Like, it doesn't make a difference what you're handed. It's that same old adage of, I'm going to make lemonade out of lemons, and so on and so forth. But you are definitely protected by your ancestors, by anybody who is high above, whoever you believe in, okay? So your star power, you've experienced a lot of losses, and this is part of the reason why you're divinely protected. You don't have to worry so much. You don't have to agonize so much. And this is your family line coming through, your bloodline coming through, promising better days ahead and promising that feeling of unity, that sense of belonging, that sense of membership. Why did I hear that word? I have no idea. But your star power is the ability to bring people together as well, and to do it in a pure way and to do it gracefully. Pile number one, I feel like you are that person that you can have people over, or they feel some kind of inclusion with you. They feel like they have a membership, right, into your healing powers, into your abilities, into a membership, into being around your grace, which is kind of interesting. You could be like royalty as well. Pile number one. And if not, you definitely have royal lineage, which is really beautiful. So we have the Nine of Wands right here. I also feel like you yourself are a divine protector. And that's why I want to really assure you that you are divinely protected. Everything that you have is protected. Your assets are protected. I have to laugh because I want to end it there. I'm like, your arse is protected. I guess that too. But whatever it is that you have been a little bit like beat up from the street up or ruminating over or a little bit concerned over, you know, am I going to have money? Am I going to have the wherewithal to do this, that, and the other? Am I going to see my mission completed? I mean, I don't know what it is that you have been agonizing over. Is my business going to take off? Is it going to do well? Am I going to find a partner? All of the things. We're all at different stages in life. But I definitely want to assure you, encourage you to keep putting yourself out there and to do it in a manner that you are doing it purely connected with spirit. Like this to me means like whatever it is that you're designed to do here. If you are a tailor, a seamstress, if you are a caretaker, a hospice worker, a hospital worker, it doesn't make a difference. To really do things to the very best of your abilities, because I do feel like you have angelic help and help from the other side. So maintain your purity and your standards. You could have a period of time where you get tested here, but make no mistake that whatever you decide is going to be the right thing for you. And pile number one, I am being told also that people have seen the tests and the duress that you've been put under. And I'm hearing the enslavement and the oppression and I'm seeing a person like muzzled, almost like a hand being held over the mouth, the way that you have also had to refrain from speaking out or speaking your truth. And I feel like this was for your own protection, but currently you are divinely protected. So if you're worried about those things, any repercussions, I feel like it is already handled by your spirit team on the other side, by your ancestors, okay? Pile number one, wow, the High Priestess, yeah. I feel like getting in touch with what it is that you already know. Like if you have a mission, if you have that fire in your heart, you're like, nope, I need to feed the homeless. I need to feed the hungry. I need to do whatever it is I got to do. I feel like that fire was set in your spirit for a reason, and only you can really make this come to fruition, okay? And I feel like that's the reason why you're divinely protected, because you are going after those things. So if you do have fears and apprehensions, I assure you that you are being elevated right now. And that's part of the reason why people are starting to see that you have star power, because ironically enough, people don't really at least in the 3D world, we don't really respect the man who rolls up their sleeve and who kind of toils long and hard and works a 9 to 5 and takes care of, takes care of a family. We just kind of gloss that over, or even the traditional family roles and things like that. We don't think of those as being superpowers, but I feel like you're doing things with such grace and with such privilege that now you have the privilege to really elevate your game and to really extend that hand to really help other people, whether it is allowing yourself to shine and speaking that truth, or feeding the homeless, or whatever mission that you were on, that you're divinely protected. I feel like you have a lot of support around you. And also, pile number one, you could be known as a high priest or high priestess within your community, that you have that wisdom about you that people know, that you just know, okay? And there's a reason for that. I feel like your ancestors are saying that currently your star power is that people know that you know, that they're not going to mess with you, that you've read the book on it, maybe even written the book on it, right? We've all had a past. But I'm being told that a lot of this, and the timing as well, is to really serve you, to protect and serve you while you complete your mission, while you attend to things that are important for you. Also, pile number one, I definitely feel like you are being viewed in this community, whatever this community is. It could be like the World Wide Web. It could be your community, your family. It could be coworkers, friends, and so on and so forth. But you're being seen as an incredible chess player, because you have all the pieces and you know how they move. So I love this for you. I feel like that's part of your star power currently. And also like emotional gratification. You know how they're like emotional damage, but it's the total opposite of that. So I feel like you're getting a lot of accolades at this point in time. You're getting recognized. You're getting also, I heard vindicated. I don't really I guess, concern myself with things like that. But I feel like people are starting to see that your words actually do come to fruition before long. And I feel like your words ring in people's minds long after you are gone. And this also is for a reason. It's for higher purpose. We're not here just to elevate ourselves and think, well, we have the answers to this, or people need to look up to me. And sometimes, pile number one, I do feel like these readings that we put out there sometimes can kind of mislead people in that way, I guess. And I feel like you definitely are aware that you are serving a higher purpose on this earth. And I just want to thank you. I do feel like people look to you and they do stand in awe of you because you are unusual. I do feel like maybe even you could have taken a vow of celibacy. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but you could if you're unpartnered and married, that sort of a thing. But I feel like the way that you live your life, generally, maybe you are like cruelty-free and you're vegan, vegetarian, or pescatarian. I don't know your life, but something about your lifestyle really serves as an inspiration. It's almost like a byproduct. I don't feel like you decided you were going to do this, but I feel like it's kind of more of a byproduct than anything else. And also that you, as usual, have some looky-loos. Pile number one, you have a lot of confidence, and we love this about you, and we love this for you as well. And I'm being told that your spirit team on the other side loves that you're finally embracing your confidence, your solar plexus, and your sacral chakra. I feel like those two things have been really quite missing in the last few years, or it's like the last pieces of the puzzle. And those things are coming together quite nicely. You're starting to enjoy your life and enjoy your mission, right? Coco concurs. And we just love this for you because they too want to see you happy. All right. What else do we have? Passion. Yes. So how about that for like the sacral chakra? Even though I think this belongs to the root, but I always think of, you know, passion as being more of the sacral chakra, what you are passionate about. And I feel like you're starting to have even more star power in your life right now. And people are recognizing this because you're passionate about your mission and because it shows, okay? It's really quite beautiful. Yeah, I feel like you're bringing about a lot of closure for people out in the world, closure with their own parts of their journey and their own parts of their personas and their own chapters of their lives. But also I feel, pile number one, that you have really circumvented and actually entered a lot of different portals. You have shown people what it is to walk by faith, by the light, what it is to walk with literally nothing and knowing that you will be provided for. And also that you have a hand in it as well, that you walk in such a manner that you have that positive affirmations or the, you know, walking through portals and you're affirming, okay, this is my new best self that I'm stepping into. I'm stepping into a new timeline. So you're tapping into those frequencies, and I feel like you do it naturally. But also something about your star power currently is telling me that you are teaching other people how to do that as well. And we love this for you. Thank you so much for being here. Much, much love to you. Let me know if you resonate with this reading. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe. And thank you so much for all of you that have already done so. Much love to you. Until next time, namaste. Hi, pile number two. My name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number two, you chose this lovely image on the right-hand side of the screen. And you know, very few downloads this time for you guys, but the download that I did get is that you've been waiting patiently. And your patience is about to be rewarded. So let's see where this goes for you. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle in 3, 2, 1. Hi, pile number two. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all the likes, shares, comments, subscriptions. Thank you so much for, participating. Your star power. Pile number 2. You have beauty. You have beauty. You have class. And you have purity. This came out in pile number 1 as well. You have intuition. And you have balance. Yeah, I can totally see that. So right off the bat, pile number 1, you know, we opened with you choosing that lady, waiting, just being patient. At least that's kind of how I took that to be, the image that you chose. It just seemed like she's being very patient. Seems like you've been waiting for a long time. And I feel like intuitively, you know that something big is coming for you in the good way, right? But your star power is balance. You've been able to balance. I heard the haves and have-nots, but I'm taking it more as being in lack under a certain circumstance. It could be mental, emotional, spiritual. It could be material wealth. It could be relationships. I don't know. But something that you have been lacking has been prepped for you, and it's ready to be delivered. So your star power right now, 3 of Cups, yeah. A lot of celebration, but isn't this beautiful? This is, what is this deck called? The Artist Decoded Tarot Guidebook. Yeah, Artist Tarot. Anyways, I feel like you're going to have a massive celebration, but you're not going to celebrate it by yourself. I feel like you are done waiting, and it's not like you're like, okay, I'm done, but I feel like you've mastered that, and so it's on to the next. I feel like you do have a lot of flair, a lot of grace. You could be somebody that likes to rhyme. You could have a quirky sense of humor, such as I do. I keep wanting to say the ASS. You have class, and look at that ASS. Why do I want to say that? Pile number 2, you have a lot of admirers as well. Very interesting right here. So this looks like a horse walking, like a person horse. I don't know. And the person on top. But the point to this is that you have a lot of people celebrating, that they've seen your turmoil, they've seen your challenges as well, some way, somehow, and that your star power is that you've been very patient, very prudent. You haven't been making a squawk like, oh my gosh, when am I going to get mine, and making a fuss over things. You've just been really patient, waiting, and that patient is being rewarded currently. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely connected to the moon. Your emotions are definitely connected to the moon, but something is being revealed about this. Something big is about to be revealed for you, and I think that something is crumbling in order for you to see exactly what it is. I do see like an inner moon on, you know, behind this big moon. So you could be like a conspiracy theorist. You could have things though in your life that is about to be revealed that was withheld from you. And I'm going to say that people in 3D withheld this. I feel like it's money. There, I said it. I feel like it's monetary things. It's like land, it's money, it's something that people are withholding from you. People try to steal from you, something like that. And I feel like this is about to be revealed, that people have conspired against you. But the reality of it is that people wind up, what I'm seeing is they tie their own feet. It's almost like they have a noose's neck around their feet, and that they are tying themselves up with the actions that they have taken. So a lot of these people, and I'm definitely seeing a face right here as well. So I feel like you have a lot of people that have actually conspired against you, maybe try to take your inheritance, your spiritual inheritance, whatever this thing is. But your star power right now is that you have been so patient, and you have felt this. And look, this refers to the past. This is nostalgia from the past. This is wishing that things were the same way that they were before, that feeling of when things were innocent, and so on and so forth. So yeah, this alludes to people from your past. And your star power is that you've been able to hold out, that you have glowed up beautifully, that you haven't needed whatever this inheritance is, but it's been given to you regardless, okay, because it is rightfully yours, and it has been stolen or hidden from you, but not for long, because that's about to be revealed. And I'm hearing also it's about to be revealed in a way that you would never expect. So let's get a little bit of information. I kind of want to pull some more of these cards right here for you. People have seen you kind of undergo some really tough times and didn't step up and let you know, hey, you know, we can help, or this is here for you, or something. But that's about ready to crumble for them. The Emperor, people thought that they were actually ruling you. And with you withdrawing and going within, with you being patient, with you really giving it to spirit, with you even, I feel like a lot of you guys know about this, by the way. Even knowing about this, I feel like you still went and you did the inner work because you figured that what is mine will never be taken away, will never be taken from me. And I do feel like you've elevated to an incredible status, not only socially amongst friends and family, and even, I don't know, professionally, but among your ancestors, your ancestry line, that you are breaking a lot of chains that never belonged there to begin with. And I'm hearing ancestral chains, okay? This is things that you've seen go down in your family lineage over and over and over again. And that's why people are celebrating with you. And I do feel you're entering an era where you yourself are the emperor. And so this is going to perhaps surprise some people, but I feel like it's going to surprise the people that have been trying to be deceitful around you, that have been trying to hide things from you. And have been trying to steal, you know, your place in the world, essentially. Whether this is spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, it doesn't make a difference, yeah. You might have to travel in order to square up, and in order to get things squared away. You might have to travel to a foreign land. You might have to go back to maybe a place where you grew up, that kind of a thing, in order to claim whatever is yours. So there could be a return to a past home that you used to live in, or the street, and so on and so forth. But I definitely see a lot of wings, and I feel like it's going to be very effortless. It will be almost like provided for. The timing will be right. It won't be like you're struggling with this, that, and the other, and how do I do this, and how do I do that? It's like, I feel a very smooth transition, and the reason why things are getting smoother for you is that you have really put up with a lot of the garbage and nonsense from people that have stated that they loved you, cared about you, so on and so forth. This could be friends and lovers and family and whatnot. And that's what gives you star power, is that you got better, not bitter, that you glowed up, that you really focused on what you can change and what you can do. And you didn't go out for blood or focus and turn vindictive. Lighten your load. Yeah, this is going to serve to lighten your load. And this is just to really show you that the universe loves you, that the universe remembers you, that spirit loves you, and that you're about to really experience something phenomenal. And lightening the load like you've never seen it before. I told you, travel. With travel, I'm looking at her posture. Just came out in a pre-shuffle, and I'm looking at the way that she seems to be bent almost. And I don't know if that's just the dress flowing backwards, but it's kind of a wild thing right there. Maybe somebody has scoliosis, but I feel like regardless, I feel like with this travel card, you're going to be going places, and people are not going to expect that. People are going to be surprised at the turn of events, but you yourself are just waiting, and you're patient, and you're not, you know, like eye on the prize. I just know that it's coming to me when the time is right and when the thing is right, and that you're going to be able to rule your own world. In other words, you could be also having some very vivid dreams. Pile number 2. The color blue could be very important to you. Communing with the nighttime, the dark, with the sky, with the moon could be very important. And you yourself are going to be attaining closure as well. So this came out in pile number 1. You could have a few messages there as well. But I feel like you're going to be entering through portals and walkways indoors that were not only slammed shut, but that there were camouflage right in front of, you know, how we, what is that guy, Dawson? Who saw the giant on the mountain hill. If you're a TikToker, then you know what I'm talking about, probably. Andrew Dawson, yeah. But I feel like things are hidden in plain sight from you, and now all is being revealed, and that people in the 3D are going to be helping you, because it is your time to glow up, to show up, and to really experience the benefits of what your ancestors had set aside for you anyways. And to those that have been trying to use whatever it was that was set aside for you, I'm not going to say that there's a hefty price to pay for that, but it's not going to go well for them. I'm just going to say, in the meantime, you're minding your own business, walking along a path, and really shutting doors that just really aren't conducive to who you are any longer. And I love this for you. And this gives you star power because I feel like you help people have hope. You help people have patience. You show them what it's like to really relish in your own beauty and have balance in your life, regardless of your circumstances, because you're definitely following your intuition. And I feel like people see that in you. Yeah. I don't know. Some of you guys are going to be inheriting a home, or like some far off relative is going to be like, I bequeath this home to pile number 2. And, it's going to be like one of those things. It's going to almost seem like a movie. It's kind of wild. So if you're aware of this, let me know, pile number 2. But your star power is definitely patience and gratitude and really making the best out of everything. And that's what I have. Much, much love to you. Until next time, namaste. Hi, pile number 3. My name is Grisel with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 3, you chose the image on the right-hand side of the screen, and today we want to talk about your star power. So the interesting thing is, if you missed the other intros, is I really kept getting messages that I need to do an ancestral reading. I didn't think you guys would be interested in that. I don't know for a fact. But I started doing what is your star power, and your ancestors wanted to chime in anyways. So we're going to do your star power, but with an ancestral twist in there as well. Because, you know, if I don't do what they say, then they're going to be waking me up at night, and that's going to be a challenge for me. So that's why this reading is a little bit different than the others. But your star power according to your ancestors, and yeah, we'll address the 3D as well. So here's your reading in 3, 2, 1. All right, pile number 3, what do we have for thee? Pile number 3, your star power. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the 7 of Wands. You have the Chariot. You have the Knight of Cups. You have the Lovers. And you have the Knight of Wands. Meow. So pile number 3, I already knew as I was shuffling that your pile was going to be different. And sometimes I see readers and they're like, I don't know why I'm titling this. Spirit wants to talk about whatever they want to talk about, and it's totally true. So I'm going to say, first of all, I feel like your reading today, your star power has more to do with your trajectory and also finding love or partnerships, okay? Or both. So right here we have the Chariot with the Knight of Cups. And that tells me that somebody wants to come towards you. And it could be in love, but somebody was loving feelings about you, okay? And I just got that jump of brightening on the camera. I feel like when they think about you, they just really brighten up. You brighten up their day. And something about this gives you star quality. I feel like this person feels like you are actually a star. I'm also hearing something about the seat of the soul. I don't know a lot about the Kabbalah or the Chariot, but I think there's some connection there with the seat of the soul. If y'all know, then feel free to drop it in the comments below. Now, the 7 of Wands, I feel like you have been in a period of time where you've had to really defend yourself. You had to have a lot of people come for you, right? And not in a good way. People have like challenged you. People have exasperated you. I feel like you're not at your wit's end, but it's like, must everything be a battle? And pile number 3, your ancestors say no. You've already won the prize. In fact, you are the prize. And I feel like they want to, first of all, congratulate you on your perseverance, on your lack of giving up. You're not one to give up at all. On your wherewithal and your resourcefulness, on your ability to make something from nothing, because I see that here as well. And on keeping up your your mojo. I shouldn't call it a mojo because we're not talking about that right now, but that's a word that's coming to mind right now. So pile number 3, I definitely feel like you have kept your own spirits up without a lot of clarity, without a lot of validation from the outside world. And your ancestors are like, that is so badass. Pile number 3, whether you believe in ancestors or not, you have people cheering for you and people see that. But I feel like especially this Knight of Cups sees that. I don't know why I'm all getting giggly and weird. I'm like, meow. So I feel like this Knight of Cups, we have the Lovers card right here. You might have a couple of different people that want to court you or that want to come for you in like a different way, right? And so maybe this is talking about your experiences in love and how you don't want an Ace of Wands. You don't want somebody who's here just for the passion, right? You want somebody who's here who is worthy of your time, energy, and effort. Somebody who has staying power, who is limitless in their thinking, who is ready to build, right? You don't want a little kid who doesn't know his mind, who's in and out, or a little girl who is experimenting with the world and doesn't know the top of her head from her soles of her feet, just to put it nicely. Now, pile number 3, I definitely feel like with the Lovers card right here, you have a choice coming up, and it could be between this Knight of Cups. It's somebody who is, and they're 2 knights, so they could be both younger than you, by the way. And this could be 2 different offers. An offer of someone who has a lot of mojo. They're like, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I want, you know, and they seem to be really strong. When I look at triangles, I know that these are pyramids, but I look at triangles and I think about the structure itself and how it is super strong. And I'm looking at how this horse is walking through a desolate area, but this person has a lot of willpower. But not only that, a lot of confidence that they're going to get to where they're going because they are focused. And honey, they're focused on you. So I don't know if this is a partner or if this is like a love thing. It's going to be each and every one is going to be different. But if it is business, they know that you are the one to help them elevate. But I'm hearing procreate. So maybe some of you guys are... Maybe you guys are in the era of your life that you want to leave heirs behind and that kind of a thing. You're thinking about family. I don't know. I don't know your life. You do. But let me tell you, we have the Knight of Cups here. And this person's been thinking about you and ruminating for a long time. They're ready to make their move. With the Knight of Cups, they're kind of like, well, I'm all grown now. And I'm ready to make moves like pile number 3 has never seen before. And it's interesting because of course things are going to come at the same time for you, right? It's not going to come one at a time, so you can kind of like process things or think things through. It's just all or nothing. And that's why you have star power right now in your life. And people are seeing that you have a lot of directive, but also that a lot of people are just flocking towards you. Like things are unfolding. The red carpet is being unfolded for you. Pile number 3, you have trust. Oh, that just softened my energy right away. Because I did feel a lot of this aggressiveness. And I feel like maybe you have been on high alert for a long time. And you've had to really be defensive just like this. Like, because people have come for you, right? And with the 3 of Wands by the side, that is typically like celebrating you and seeing all the tough times that you have been through. But you have this one wand right here that you're going to give them all a beat down if they come for you. So I feel like you've been in this energy of like, anybody who comes towards me is going to come correct because I'm exhausted by scallywags and people that are dualistic, that don't know their own minds, that can't really make a decision and stick with it, by people that say one thing and mean something totally different. I'm not going to learn Morse code for you. I'm not going to learn smoke signals for you. I'm not going to learn any other communication method. It's going to be straightforward or it's going to be bust, okay? It's not going to be anything at all. And that's what makes you have such star power currently right now, because you can. And by the way, I feel like some of you guys have taken classes in self-defense, or you are like a total badass. You can hold your own. Maybe you've taken boxing classes, or you're a boxer, or into street fighting, or taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, or karate. I don't know all the disciplines, but I'm just saying maybe you're like a yoga master or something. I feel like something that you can really just defend yourself, and people do not doubt this about you. Now, the powerful part, see, Coco confirms. Coco, what do you say? So Coco says that right now with the trust card, things are about to get so much easier for you that you're going to have some options here, and it might be more of a wrestling between you and yourself versus anyone on the outside. And the choices that you make, because these are really two really good candidates, I feel like they're coming from a place that you can actually trust what they have to offer, even though you might look at them warily or with suspicion just out of habit. Okay. Healing, yeah. And I feel like this is a great opportunity for you to heal as well. I feel like you've extended a lot of healing for other people as well. And you are about to be dressed. I heard dressed, Preston, addressed. I don't know. So maybe this has to do with going to fancy dinner or a fancy party or even a wedding or like a themed party, that kind of a thing, Halloween party. I don't know your life, but I'm looking at these corks and to me, they look like big sponges. And considering that those are two bottles, almost like medicine bottles or vessels, I feel like, not me being seedy at all, I'm thinking of like words are coming to my brain like sponge bath or I don't know why, but like it's about, I don't know. I feel like something about your vessel is being cleansed and healed in order to allow something of a glow up in your life. So if you've been lacking love, if you've been at a standstill with love, if you're currently partnered and there's not a lot going on between you, if you have been relegated to like the status of roommates and there's not much going on in the emotional arena, I do feel like that's about to change for you as well. So this person has a lot of tools in order to really address emotional situations or address, you know, your psyche, your emotional needs and so on and so forth. And I feel like that's going to be a welcome change. But also somebody who has, I heard the gonads, okay? I'm sorry, but I'm just channeling right here as I read. And so you're going to have two different situations to pick from. I'm really, really curious. Pile number 3, y'all had to be my wild child because I felt like it was not going to be straightforward. When I laid down the cards, they wanted more cards than the other two and different cards than the others. So yeah, but I feel like you're not going to see this coming. I feel like you're just really focused on maybe being self-sufficient, maybe a little bit defensive, and going about your life and so on and so forth. But something about the roses is like beauty, and something about the butterfly brings about tenderness and an affirmation that your ancestors are looking at your glow up, is looking at your star power, and they're about to let you shine. And how you're going to shine is with the ability to trust and heal after all the trials and tribulations that you've been through. And you're going to have love enter your life in a whole bunch of different ways, but specifically for some of you guys in a romantic way. For others of you guys, I'm hearing a holistic way. I don't really know what that means. Y'all have to tell me about that. So that's what I have for you. Much, much love to you. And until next time, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Namaste.